Hi everyone, new name is The Cunning Wolf. I decided that Mr. Chaos the Cunning Wolf was not only getting pretty dated, but in hindsight, it was kind of a mouthful. Like, hearing me say Mr. Chaos the Cunning Wolf, it's like a pile of syllables, so the Cunning Husky just not only feels more fitting with my love of Huskies, but it's a lot more condensed. So as I stated in the video prior to this last year, where I was saying goodbye to the previous generation and doing my Christmas special, I said that after all of those major projects like editing the final day of BronyCon, not only was it a challenge to edit a video that long, I had about 5 or 6 hours worth of footage to decide which I wanted to keep or not. And it was made even harder because of the emotional aspect of it, having to look over that final, closing ceremony. Even while editing it, I got emotional, so that was just a whole other matter altogether. And then there was the big video about the end of FIM. That was also a big one. I was just burnt out. Not in a bad way. I loved all those projects. I liked how they turned out. I liked how last year went. Last year was one of the greatest years of my life, but I just needed to calm down from it all. Because it was just so much to take in. So I said that I wanted to take a bit of a hiatus. Originally, it was supposed to be about 2 months, but obviously it ended up 3. And there was more delays due to, if you've seen in my community post, I left an update saying the new channel art that I was making that is now finished actually took me longer than I anticipated that it would, so that put a bit of a delay on things, and I don't know if this video might actually be delayed until Tuesday or April, because I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to finish this entire thing today. But it's a relatively simple update I just wanted to make for now, so it shouldn't be that hard. Why am I even talking about this here? But yes, I am back. To give you a summary of what I've been doing and what's been going on this past 3 months. As you may have seen in the brief view of how my room looks now, got a few new things. For example, this light arm. I've sort of gotten rid of my old lamp and replaced it with that newer hotelish looking one. And the light bulb in that is a light that changes color. It's one of those things you can control from your smartphone via Bluetooth and change the color on it. It's really nice, and of course there's a lava lamp up there. And the light that's coming from me is from the new arm, and it's really good. It's very adjustable, and it's making for some good lighting here. And this is a crucial thing, I finally got myself a capture card. Yep, got one of those Elgato things. Huge shout out to my good friend GameCube Dude for recommending the specific model for me to get. Absolutely works wonders. I absolutely love how it records. It does exactly what I needed to, so thank you very much for the recommendation. But to finish up what's really been going on with me the past months, I've really just been relaxing. Again, I've been relaxing after all the major events of last year, and I'm just gonna say this right here, right now. This year is looking to be a pretty uneventful one. I don't mean that in a bad way. In fact, I honestly don't mind if this year isn't too eventful, because I'd like a calm, just simple sort of baby steps start to this new era before I get into the really big stuff. I don't really plan on going to any MLP conventions until next year, so that just gives you an idea. But other than that, I've just been continuing to work at my job, save for things, so yeah, not really much, but what do you expect? I was taking a hiatus where I was just relaxing and just drawing a bunch of things. Let's segue into the next subject. My plans and announcements. Now, I will still be doing YTP reactions from time to time. This channel is always going to primarily be a commentary / reaction channel. But there's a lot of things I either want to bring back or get started. Now, going back on the subject of my capture card, I've already tested it on my consoles. It works. It just took some time to learn the proper way of connecting it, but I got it all to work, so this means that hopefully, I know I'm absolutely rubbish at keeping promises, which is why I completely gave up on scheduling anything I do, because at this point it's just anybody's guess. But at some point this year, I want to start actually doing proper game reviews. Now, my very first game review was a very crappily made review on the MLP Gameloft game, and I was just sort of meandering all over the place in my speech. I didn't have a script, I was just trying to do it in one go. Of course, that's not how you should make a video, but this time, of course, I have all my equipment now, I know how to edit now, I know how to write scripts, plus I have a little tool that makes it easier for me. I use voice to text. I just talk into my microphone and then it types down the words for me, and if there is an error, I can just manually correct it. But my very first Chaos reviews for games is going to be the original Need for Speed Most Wanted, the 2005 one, not Criterion's horrible 2012 one. I'm definitely going to be making a negative/angry review on that in the future, but I want to start off the series on a positive note. So of course I want to start it off with one of my favorite car racing games of all time. Also want to talk about Midnight Club 3, that's also another personal favorite of mine. I'm just going to be reviewing a lot of my childhood games because I still have them. Down in that cupboard I've showcased in my room tours video. I want to review every single one. I want to talk about every single one of them because I just feel that there's a potential for a lot of interesting content for me to come out of those. And of course, like a previous update video I've made before, sometimes I'll just show gameplay footage whenever I'm doing an update if it's scripted, because you guys may have heard this about me or not, but I'm the type of person to where I cannot do a scripted video on camera like this. It always has to be freestyle like I'm doing right now. But if I'm ever doing something scripted, I absolutely have to be reading it, otherwise there's a good chance of me botching it up. So, a good thing to do when you're reading a script is to pretend you're voice acting. Don't make it obvious that you're reading off of the script. Try to act at the same time. It's more easier once you get the hang of it, so that's just the way I do it. But I can't do it on camera. I just have to try to speak fluently, and if I flub anything, I can just go back and edit it. I also really want to get my Chaos rants and opinions going. I've only made one episode, and it was about my opinion on, like, Klopp and, like, pony porn and stuff. But I have many other subjects that I want to talk about, but I've just never really continued the series for some reason. I don't know why. They're relatively simple to make. I don't know, I guess I'm just weird. Bringing back the Taking YouTube Poops Too Seriously series, I do want to do more episodes, but I have no idea when that's going to be. And right now my interests aren't really peaking towards that right now. My interests are leaning more towards getting my game reviews started with my capture card, doing more Chaos Rants and Opinions episodes, or just making rant videos in general. Responses or exposed videos, I don't really want to be known for those. Like, I think in my lifetime I'll only do it like every now and then if I just encounter like a really bad person or something. I mean, I do want to make a video in the future talking about Chris Chan, but I'm not really in the mood for making a video like that because I'm just not really in a negative mood right now. And I'm just not really in the mood for like internet shenanigans or drama right now. Right now I just want to do my stuff. So, again, schedule for me is completely non-existent at this point. At this time, I just want to do whatever and just enjoy my channel and just do as I please. Because I realized a long time ago that when you make content on any sort of schedule, it usually doesn't turn out well. It's one of the many reasons why I don't really want to be a big star of YouTube or the internet or any of that stuff, because that also comes with keeping to a strict schedule, and I don't want this to be a second job. I want this to be something that I do genuinely because I love it. Nostalgic MLP videos like my top 10 favorite songs or episodes or whichever, those are probably going to take a while because making lists like those, it would be hard to choose. I think I've said before that making just a top 10 favorite MLP songs from both Equestria Girls and the main show would pretty much be impossible. It would at least have to be probably a top 30, because I don't think I would be able to choose a top 10 because there's just so many favorites. Now, me having all of these sort of different plans like game reviews or rants or all this different content, I've stated this before in my previous video. I'm not going to just forget about MLPFIM and what it's done for my life or what the Brony fandom has done for my life. I'm always going to be a Brony forever, long after FIM's ending. Like, this year in October, I'll be celebrating the 1 year anniversary of the last problem, like the final episode. And plus, MLP and the Brony fan will be officially 10 years old. I remember saying that in my Happy Equestria Day video last year. So it's kind of similar to that episode's moral, the last problem. No matter how much things may change or evolve, you know, our friendship is never going to end. Even if we may talk less, that doesn't mean we're just going to stop being friends. It's not how it works. And it doesn't mean the fandom is just going to disappear off of the face of the earth. I mean, yeah, some people may move on, some people may lose interest, and the numbers may decrease, but I can definitely say that I'm going to be one of those last remaining 100,000 people who are the oldest Bronies and Pegasisters ever. Will be the Brony fandom retirement home. Basically, no matter how much my channel may grow, evolve, and change, and no matter how much I may change, you know, me being a Brony and a passionate fan for FIM is never going to change. I am going to give G5 a try when it comes out. I'm not really up for making any thoughts videos. I think I have seen their designs before, but I want to wait until the show is actually out and I'm actually making some reactions and reviews to them before I actually form an opinion on it. And besides, right now I just have other things to just keep me occupied in the meantime, like wanting to start game reviews or continue my art or, again, whatever. It's just random at this point. There's no schedule. I hope all of you have been doing okay. Maybe you guys have also been taking it easy this past few months. I don't know, depending if you're in school or not. I'm sorry that I kind of left you guys out to dry for very long. I am fully aware that this hiatus was supposed to be shorter than it actually turned out to be, but the art taking longer than I expected was kind of something beyond my control, and I think I was having another one of those anxiety moments where I'm about to make my return to YouTube. I'm about to get back into the normal business of juggling not only my art and my job, but now my YouTube channel. It's back to the days of juggling those three things. So, I guess you could basically say I was procrastinating as as ashamed as I am to admit that, but I guess we're all human. But hey, I'm back now, and as for when my next video will be, I mean, I don't even know what my next video will be. It may be my first game review, or maybe a reaction, whatever. Again, it's just a random slot machine. That's basically what my channel is at this point. It'll probably be in like 2 weeks or so, because there's also things I want to draw as well, because again, this channel isn't the only thing I still like doing. I still like drawing art and uploading it to my Inkbunny and for Affinity pages. DeviantArt, I pretty much gave up on it because I don't really like how the site operates, and I was honestly just losing interest for it, so I just closed my account and just made another one that's only for favoriting or commenting on things. Basically, basically kind of a YouTube account where you don't use it as a channel, you only use it to just slap on a silly profile picture or a funny username and just comment on stuff. So in short, I am back to making videos. It'll be less frequent because not only do I focus a lot more on quality nowadays, and not only do I put a lot more editing into my videos now, but again, I'm juggling not only this channel, but also my full-time job and my art. Plus, I'm open for commissions, so at any moment there could be a customer, so there's also that. But yeah, I'm back in the normal swing of things. Gonna try to adjust to it. Even now, I already feel weird being in front of my phone again. I'm thinking, wow, it's been 3 months since I've ever been in this diagonal position, sitting in front of all my monitors. Well, this time it's a lot more comfy because, of course, I have my desktop tripod. The HDMI to USB adapters hook it up to that monitor there so I can see where I am in frame, because the camera screen is facing away because its front double lens, the smartphone it being, is capable of 4K or 60 frames per second, which is what you're seeing right now, but the self-facing camera is only 720p with 30 frames per second, so which would you rather have, this or that other thing? Plus, This side is the only one that has the vivid color option, but the other side doesn't. It's a lot more pale. Plus, I really like this light arm. It's a lot more maneuverable than the lamp. A lot more adjustable. Like, I like how I can adjust the light exactly how I like. So, yeah, all this equipment is definitely going to make making videos a lot easier. You know, not to mention the more powerful PC I got almost a half a year ago at this point. I got it in autumn of last year, as a lot of you know. But, yeah. I'm back. Don't know what or when the next video will be, but I can definitely say that it's not going to be another month later. It's definitely going to be at least 1 or 2 weeks later. It depends on how things go. So, yeah. Until I sort all of that out, for all the people who have tuned in to me listening about the things that I have planned for the future and watching that little thing I made in the beginning, I want to thank all of you for sticking by me for this long hiatus. Yeah, about this whole, like, situation in general, this whole, you know, quarantining thing, I don't really want to hear about it. Not that I'm afraid of it or anything, like, I'm not afraid of dying, like, after being satisfied with the way that FIM ended and getting to experience last BronyCon. Like, I'm not really suicidal or anything, but I feel that I've pretty much lived my life to its completion. Like, the only plans that I would have for the future is just a higher paying job just to keep a roof over my head after my mother goes. But, other than that, I don't really have any plans to be like a celebrity or a career millionaire or any of that stereotypical crap. I just want to keep living my life the way it is because I'm satisfied with it. I just really need something to be able to sustain it, which is why I'm only going to be heading to college about a decade later. But right now, I just want to work at my job, save up for things, and just enjoy the way my life is now. So yes, I'm not afraid of dying. Like, yes, still be healthy, like, wash your hands, be hygienic, maybe exercise or eat healthy, just stay healthy. And this is something I'm gonna say to you now. If you happen to come down with this thing, don't panic. Just go to the doctor, follow the instructions, just don't panic about it. Just, you can get through it. It's not this big lethal thing that the media is trying to make it out to be to get you to buy more things than you need. Basically, I view this, for the most part, as basically a scam to get people to clean out stores and inconvenience everybody else. So yes, don't panic, and, you know, don't give into the fear mongering. Like, that's the real disease here. In my opinion, the real disease is not this thing itself. The real disease is the fear mongering. That's the real disease in my opinion. So yeah, don't let yourselves be infected by it. Just keep on living your life the way you want to live it. Don't let these fear-mongering people tell you what to do. Just live your life. Just do what you normally do every day. And just stay healthy and you'll be fine. So in conclusion, again, thank you all for sticking by me for this long. I'd expect a lot of you to unsubscribe because you've become disinterested. I mean, realistically, that's what I thought would happen, but no. The few regulars that I know, all the commenters, and all the people who wonder where I am, they still stick around, so thank you for still sticking around. Again, I have no idea what I'm going to make next or when it'll be coming out, but I wanted to make this video to establish that yes, I am returning, I am alive, and yeah, I think I've gone on for long enough. I'm probably just gonna stop this and get to editing it now so that this doesn't have to be delayed any longer than it has to be. So yeah, so Brohoof to everybody. Just another example of how I haven't forgotten about FIM or the fandom or anything like that. And I'll see you guys in whatever video I make next. I honestly don't know, but yeah, I'll see y'all later.